Hey guys, my name is Pam Peebles, and welcome to another Skinny Fiber Stories of Success. We have got, well, first of all, I'm getting rude. I've got my girl Chris with me, my co-host. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
And we've got an excellent panel with us tonight. We're going to share, we've got feedback, I'm sorry. Hold on, we're live. Okay, we've got an excellent panel while we're trying to get our stuff together over here. I'm just going to keep talking while I mute everyone out, besides me and Chris. But we've got an excellent panel with us tonight. We're going to share some fabulous stories with you on people who are losing weight, feeling better. Just before we got on here, we were talking about some amazing weight loss stories, and no problem, we got it fixed, I think. If we don't, please let me know, Chris. We've got some amazing weight loss stories, people who are losing weight, making money with this business, feeling better, getting rid of illnesses, even though we can't, we're not doctors, so we can't make medical claims, but it's definitely helping people with some health problems that they're having. And I'm feeling, I just got married a month ago. Actually, I told my husband just a second ago that tomorrow was our 1 month anniversary, and I'm forcing him to celebrate it, and he's looking at me like I'm a mad woman. But that's because I'm feeling better, looking sexier with my 28-pound weight loss. Thanks to, we're putting it on now on our Hangouts. That's our new thing we're going to be doing, thanks to our friend Robert. So just a lot of exciting things that are going on. I'm coming down with a cold, so excuse me with that. But just a lot of things going on, and we've got a great panel. And what we try and do is every week is bring just different people to you who are using the products, having great results. One of my friends on here who I've known for 20 years, another young lady I've known probably for about a year, and her brother just lost some weight using the product. So we've got an exciting panel for you tonight. So I'm going to start over. I don't even know who to start with because we've got such a great panel tonight with such exciting stories. It's like, who do you start with? Who do you start with? So let's start with Chris. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, Chris.
Somebody heard my story before. A little about, but I don't think I've shared it for a while. A little bit about me. I started the product and started with the company I started the product last July, and I started with the company actually last August. So I've had a great time with it. I've lost about 40 pounds in the past year. I've still got more weight that I want to go. I actually reached platinum it took me exactly a year to reach platinum in the company, and that's been a wonderful blessing in my household. So the company has just literally changed the life of me and my husband. We've owned our own businesses since we've been together. We've been able to close 2 of those businesses, and I do Skinny Fiber full time. Because of Skinny Fiber, we're going to be moving to Colorado, which is somewhere where we wanted to go. We're going to be snowbirding in Florida for a few months. So not only can you lose weight in this company, not only can you become a much healthier person in this company, but, man, you can make money. You can make money, you can make a living, you can gain a tremendous amount of friends because, every panel that we have, we all talk about, what a family it is. And it really is. I've not been in network marketing, so I've not been in other companies. So when I came into this company, I just completely fell in love with it. I fell in love with the people. I made so many new friends, and I just kind of thought it was the norm, But then once we started doing these hangouts and we started talking to other people, I found out that the atmosphere in our company really isn't the norm. And Pam, you're one that talks about that quite a bit. That it's just not the norm to come in and have a company of people that will help you 24 hours a day. If you have a question at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can ask that question, and 20 people are going to be there to answer that question for you. So it's been a pretty amazing journey for me so far. My husband and I are both contributors in the company. I'm getting ready to get my youngest daughter in, who could be turned 18, so she's going to be taking a position with me, and it's just teaching her she can work for herself, and she can make a good living doing this kind of a thing that we've chosen to do. I'm blessed, and I love it.
Yeah, and Chris, you and I talk probably every day behind the scenes, and I think one of the things attracted me most about Skinny Body Care. I was in another business, and I was actually making money in that business because I always tell people that money, I mean, while it's important, it's a business. And like anything else, you wouldn't want to go to a job that you didn't feel fulfilled at every day, and that you didn't like. I mean, people leave jobs all the time or don't stay at jobs because they're not happy there or they just don't like the environment. And people think because you work from home and, oh, well, I'm just making money and that's all that matters. Well, that's not true. I mean, you want to do something that you love doing and feel like you're part of something that's important. So we were just having this conversation right before this hangout about why this company is changing lives and how it's changing lives and how it's made such an impact on people in so many different ways, from the weight loss to the income that people are making, and how it's actually taking care of some health ailments for some folks as well. And no, it's not the same type of company that I was in before. It's like nothing else that I've experienced because people are so helpful, and that's actually how you and I started talking. Crazy thing is, you came on, when we originally set all this up, you came on and kind of did a quote-unquote substitution as a co-host one day, and then we just kept talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and you've just never left.
I just inserted myself. I insert myself into things, and then you can't get rid of me.
Well, I wouldn't want to. I can't imagine doing a hangout without you now. So that's just really the truth. But the thing is that you were just so helpful to me in the beginning. We were just getting the hangout started, and even without you being the official co-host, which you now are, you were just like, what can I do? How can I help? But there have been so many people who have been like that, and it's just so appreciative to come into a company when you're so used to doing everything by yourself and not having any assistance or anyone to help you, and everyone's just so giving of their time freely when they're not going to benefit financially. That's refreshing on so many different levels. You have no clue. Trust me, you have no clue, because this hadn't been your experience. But for me, being in a position where I was somewhere else, and I was actually one of the, not one of the top 25 income earners, but I was one of the top 5 income earners, and was not being treated, good. Let me just put it that way. And so to be in a spot where it doesn't matter where you're positioned, you're not in the top, 50, 100, or whatever the case may be, and to still have people just love on you and want to help you is just really refreshing, because that means that anyone who I bring into this company is going to be treated the same, whether they're making $1 or $1 million. And that's what matters to me, is that I can introduce someone to this company as a business and know that they're going to come in and they're going to get the same love and respect that I get, regardless of the type of money that they're bringing in for the company. So those types of things are really important for me.
Yeah, and that's what's been really important to me. I know when I first started, and I see it a lot, and maybe I want to take just a minute to address this. I see a lot of people come in, and I don't want to sound negative at all, because that's not what we're doing, but I see a lot of people come into the company, and they'll maybe have been into the company 2 or 3 months, and they're extremely frustrated because maybe they don't understand, maybe they've not got the answers that they wanted. But the first time because believe me, I am in the official group, and I am in Heart and Soul, and I'm in these support groups every waking moment. So if you ask a question 9 times out of 10, we see it. There are so many of us that see it. If you're out there and you don't really understand what's going on with the company, or you don't understand what your next move is, ask the question. Don't just sit there and wait until you've been in the company for a couple of months and you're completely frustrated, and then the first or second post that we hear from you is, I'm just done because I don't understand this. Ask people, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help you. There are files, there are photo albums, there's the boot camp. There's no reason that somebody can't just come into this company and be successful, because there are so many people that are willing to reach out their hands and help. So again, if you're out there and you've been in the company for 2 months and you don't have a clue, ask. Say, I don't have a clue. Where do I start? And there are going to be 20 people that are going to tell you exactly where to start. And even if you're older in the company and you're struggling, talk to people, pay attention, get on the calls, get on the chats, get on the hangouts, because they drop nuggets all the time. Like when you have the millionaire masterminds, they're just incredible. The Monday Night Build a Big Post, they're incredible. People need to really use the tools that are there, be active in the company, and don't be afraid to ask questions. That's something that I really want to push to people is to ask questions. You know, my team knows that they can ask me a question day or night. You know, I'm going to do my best to get that answer to them no matter where I'm at. If I have to pull over on the side of the road and answer the question, I'm going to do that. You know, and I will do that for people that aren't even in my team. And I think that's just the culture and the atmosphere that we've built in this company. And that comes from having great leaders because that's what they put into place for us, and that's what we continue to do.
Yeah, totally agree. And I think what makes that whole thing work is that you have a lot of people who, well, let me back up. I think in the traditional network marketing arena, or I always say this on every hangout, I use the word interchangeably. So I haven't been in this industry for 100 years like some professionals. So I say interchangeably network marketing, MLM, all of that. I'm talking about the same thing, the one that pays you residually. I don't care what it is, the one that pays every month like Skinny Body Care, okay? So don't start correcting me on the thread. But a lot of the companies, what happens is the people, they get so used to doing things a certain way that they become uncoachable, or they're unwilling to take direction. So when you get a lot of success people who come over here who don't have previous experience in the industry, people who have not been honestly tainted, they're just like, what do I need to do? And they're willing to take direction, and they're saying, hey, I'm open. Then that's why you end up with so much success, like what's going on with like you, Chris, and with like people like Courtney who had never, ever been in the industry and had said she was never going to touch it. And I think she's going to probably hit $500,000 this year. And she's been in a year and a half, and this is her first business ever. And she's lost about 100 pounds in the process. And you have people like, Jackie, and I mean, we could just go on and on and on. And Sue Austin, I mean, people who have never been in the industry who just decided that they love the product, they were going to share the product with other people, and as a result of it, they're now making a really nice six-figure-a-year income. So that's what I love about this company, is that we have something that, one, works, and that, two, people can get excited about, and that they're able to actually promote and make money with, instead of something that is just, smoke and mirrors. So big difference versus other companies where it's all about the ego. They're just telling you to buy crap you don't really need, and that doesn't work, and they're just saying, well, buy it anyway just because you have to meet your quota, or what is your volume. This actually works, and people are having great results, as you can see from the different, like for me, 28 pounds, and I still have some more weight to lose. So I agree 100%. Chris, we're going to, let's see if Nicole is here, because I know that she has to. Nicole, are you actually, let's see, we've got some craziness going on behind the scenes here. Let's see if we can get Nicole up. Nicole, are you actually here?
Yes, I am here. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you and we can see you.
Okay, I'm here.
Hi.
Hi everyone.
So Nicole and I have we've been friends for about a year, I believe, and Nicole has been on the product, been using the product, and has been having success. But Nicole posted something today, and I know we had talked about your brother being on the product, and you just had a lot of success. So I just want you to just kind of share with us your experience of what's been happening as far as your weight loss. I know that you've done a boot camp. You've got a few different things going on. So just kind of share with us what's been going on with you.
Well, first off, I will say that I am very, very grateful for Pam. We were actually in a previous company together. So I haven't really been in the network marketing industry very long. I've been with other companies. One thing I've learned is that it's not the company, it's not the product, I'll say, that's the problem. Most of the time it's the company and the support that you get. The results that, you know, when I saw that she was, you know, with Skinny Body, and to be honest with you, it didn't take me long to join. I did a little bit of research on it, not much, but I know the success that Pam has had in the past. I know the success that, you know, I've seen with some other people that have used Skinny Body Care or Skinny Fiber, and it didn't take me long. I just jumped right in and said, you know, okay, I'll sign up. It's Pam, it can't be wrong, so I'll sign up. And as soon as I got the product, and I'm kind of a guinea pig. I use my own self as a guinea pig. I try different things. I've tried different weight loss products before, a lot of over-the-counter, a few prescriptions. So I know what works, how it works. I work in a doctor's office, and, you know, I've seen several people come in and out. I tried Skinny Fiber as soon as I got the product. Actually, I went and bought a bacon double cheeseburger, a Baconator, actually from Wendy's, because I wanted to try it. I think I shared this with the team. So, and I really, really wanted it. You know, I don't have it all the time, but I really, really wanted this Baconator. So I had just gotten my Skinny Fiber, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go and get my Baconator. I took it about 30 minutes prior, went and got the Baconator, and honestly, I could not eat. I had to force myself to eat half of it, not even the full. I couldn't even eat the fries, and Wendy's got some good fries, and I could not eat the fries. So, you know, I said, okay, there's probably something to this, you know, and I started taking it, and, you know, I am a personal trainer as well, and, you know, so just training different ones, and, you know, I exercise, and I've, you know, changed my diet quite a bit, you know, since taking Skinny Fiber, even a little bit before. And, you know, so far right now, I think this is my third, I think I'm in 60 days now, I believe. And, you know, so far I've lost about a good 19 pounds. I don't weigh myself. I go by my clothes. So now I am in a solid size 8. I am a true size 8. And my brother, which is a very funny story, my brother, he pays attention, and he notices, you know, some things, and he kept asking me, you know, well, what are you doing? Because he's seen some of the posts, you know, that I put on Facebook, and, you know, and I'm always, you know, sharing with different ones about, you know, what I'm doing and, you know, what I'm taking, because people do ask. You know, and I shared it with him. I told him this is what I'm taking. And he stopped by, he bought a bottle, and the next day he took it. The first thing he said, he was like, sis, this stuff really, really works. I can't even finish eating this donut. And I'm like, dude, you eating a donut? And he's like, I can't even finish. This stuff really works. So about 2 weeks later, he says, you know what? He says, this stuff is really, really good. He said it works. Now, my brother, he's known as he eats everything. He doesn't say no to anything. You know, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. He's eating it. And he did have a little medical situation that kind of forced him to really look into changing his eating. And, you know, he started clean eating, him and his wife, and he's taken the Skinny Fiber, and he'd only been taking it for about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks at the most. And he's already lost 10 pounds. And he has not exercised. And just with that alone, if he started exercising, the weight is really going to start coming off. So I know I have a lifetime customer. from my brother. And with that story alone, it encouraged me and definitely encouraged him and others, because, now people are, they're inboxing me and they're calling and they're texting, what are you doing? What are you taking? And, how can I get this skinny fiber? What are you doing? And it really helped me become more transparent and be able to really share my story and be comfortable with sharing my story, because I know that there are other people like myself that have tried other things, been on the yo-yo diets and, trying different products and different, weight loss things, and the effect that it has, because other weight loss products, it has had effect on my thyroid. So my thyroid was all screwed up and everything was just totally out of balance. But now everything is coming back into balance with Skinny Fiber. My eating is at a norm, and I'm forced to really be an example because I am a personal trainer. So I have to be able to speak intelligently about the product. I know how the body works. I understand how the body works, and I know what the product can do. So that really, he was taking too long because I told him, go on Facebook and, share the story, and point him to me. And because I know for a fact that he's going to be a lifetime customer. Eventually he will, start, selling and, want to, but I'm not going to push it. Eventually he will. I know he will. But, that's what Skinny Fiber does. And I've been really doing quite well offline, because a lot of people, they just want to purchase a bottle from me. I went into a hair salon one day, and the hairstylist, she's like, you're losing weight. What are you doing? So I just whipped out the bottle, and showed her, like, what is this? And then everybody's coming around and like, well, where do I get this? How do I get it? And just so happened I had some in the car, and I sold all the bottles that I had, and and I have a waiting list now. So, it's doing really good, and I'm very glad to see that it's changing people's lives. And it's not initially getting into this industry itself. It was about making the money, but I believe that the older and wiser you become, you want to, and you really have a heart for people and their health more so, because I see it every day. You really become more compassionate about the welfare and people's health, and people want to get better. They want to feel healthier. They want to lose weight, and they just don't know how. They don't want to take a bunch of medicine. They don't, because it's not, overall, it's just not good for them. So, they want the help, and I do my best to try to provide that help for them. So far it's going pretty good. I mean, I love the company, and I use the ageless thing too. So, I like the ageless. It works good. So it works. I love the company, and I'm just thankful for Pam. Thank you so much for having me on the panel and introducing this, to me, and me not hesitating to jump right on it because I had to. So.
Well, first of all, I love you to death, and secondly, I'm over here cracking up because here's the thing. We always say, Chris and I say that, our hangouts are not scripted, and now that you've heard her talk about the Baconator and her brother with the donuts, you know that we cannot make this stuff up. We cannot make this stuff up. There's no way. Now, if we're promoting a product called Skinny Fiber, there's no way we'd have her come on here and talk about how she couldn't eat the Baconator. Seriously.
I had to have it.
I remember when you posted that, and I was going, "Stop it, girl, really?" And
yeah,
that was. But see, here's the thing. Everyone's metabolism is different. Everyone's, see, for me, I can't. I have to go cold turkey. I can't eat anything. My body just won't allow it. If I want to cut weight, I have to cut everything down to the core. I have to go to fish and vegetables and stuff like that. But there are other people literally who can cut back and not exercise, and they start losing weight. But the great thing about it is that this product allows you to feel full, and it cuts your appetite, and it allows you to go on the type of eating plan that works best for you. That's the crazy thing, is that unlike, and I won't like knock any companies, but there are other companies, and I think we talked about this one hangout where I was saying that, you know, it costs like $300-400 to get on it, not naming any companies, but I'm just saying, $400, you gotta get pills, shake, cookies, crackers, you know, all kind of crap, and you're paying all of this money, and you're gonna not lose more weight than you would on Skinny Body Care. And the truth of the matter is, if I decide that I do want to go have me a Baconator, which it sounds like it's really good, or I do want to go have some donuts, I want to be able to pop my 2 Skinny Fiber and go do what I need to do, and then go back to eating my salmon and my broccoli, or like tonight we're having salmon and corn on the cob and some lima beans. Well, I want to be able to do that, but tomorrow if I want to have a Baconator, I want to do it. So you can't do that spending $400 or $500 a month on shakes and pills and cookies and crackers and all kind of crap that you really don't want to do, because that's not a lifestyle change. But you can keep taking Skinny Fiber for the rest of your life and literally just adjust your eating, because tomorrow I can go back to eating the type of food that I normally would eat, but it allows me to have before we got on the hangout, I think I was telling y'all that, you know, I was just gaining weight because I was popping donut holes all day. I don't do that now, but if I wanted to pop some donut holes, I take my Skinny Fiber first. So, yeah. And did your sister-in-law go on the diet as well? Did she also get on Skinny Fiber as well?
She did, not that I know of, but knowing her, I'm pretty sure that she's sneaking some out of my brother's bottle. Yeah. So I'm going to be getting a call pretty soon that they're going to need some more. So, you know, I'm pretty sure she's gonna get her own bottle soon, but my brother's not going to continue to let her keep digging in her bottle.
Oh yeah, there's no way your brother's going to lose 10 pounds and his wife, because I'm not mentioning that, and you said, yeah, there's no way she's going to let that happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and listen, if you guys are watching, someone I know right before the hangout posted, does this product work? Listen, normal everyday people having extraordinary results. These are regular people losing weight. We don't get paid to do this. We do it because we love the product, we love the company, and because we want to help people, and we want to show them how you can, you know, change your life, change your lifestyle. So if you've been trying to figure out a way that you can lose weight, Skinny Fiber works, period, hands down. Not just for me, it's for hundreds and thousands of people who are having results, period. Yeah. From if it's 10 pounds you want to lose, 100 pounds, or hundreds of pounds, you can do it with Skinny Fiber. If you're good for a business, if you want to make money, you can sell the product, help other people lose weight, and show them how they can get paid to lose weight. I tell people, get paid to feel better, get healthier, and look sexier. And that's what we do. I make money by showing people how to get healthier and feel better and to look sexier, because that's what I've done. I've lost almost 30 pounds. And I can tell you, going from a size 14 to a size 10, I feel really sexy. So it makes a big difference in how you feel, how you carry yourself, and how you look. I didn't know how much 28 pounds did for me, but it did a whole lot. So if you're thinking about it, click on the button below, get signed up today, or get back in touch with the person who put you on the hangout and tell them that you want more information, or you can click on the link that says get more information. Thanks so much, Nicole.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you.
I know you've got to grab your son, so I'll catch you later on Facebook.
Okay, I'll be listening though.
Okay, cool beans. Okay. All right, so we're going to go over to Chris. And Chris, I'll let you take over from here. I think you muted yourself, Chris.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay, good. And I think I'm going to introduce Kyle now as he takes a drink of his water there. I got him right on the spot. I never really Kyle and I have never seen each other, so this is the first time we've seen each other. I've talked to his wife Stacey quite a bit, and we've communicated some because he's an admin in I think both of the recipe groups, Shark Tank and SBC Recipes. So correct me if I'm wrong. But Shark Tank, he's an admin over in Shark Tank, which is a fantastic recipe group. He keeps it really safe. I know a lot of the people who are just coming into the company. Um, there are some things that they don't know about what happened last August, I think August, September through there with some bloggers. So, Kyle, I'm gonna ask you to share your story tonight. Share a little bit about your weight loss, about the business, about what you've done. But I do want you to touch on um, uh, the issues that we have at the bloggers because I think so many new people have come into the company and they don't have any idea why we created the safe group. So you just go ahead and take off, go wherever you want to go with it, but kind of make sure that you come back and touch on that point too.
I can do that. Um, to shorten it up, I found out in the summer of 2011 that I was type 2 diabetic. I was roughly between 250 and 260. I didn't care. They put me on medical equipment. I still just did whatever it is I wanted to do. I ate whatever I wanted to eat. And December 5th of 2011, we're sitting at Steak and Shake because they just come out with their Christmas flavors for their milkshakes, and I had me one of them big, tall, white chocolate milkshakes, and it was good. And then on the morning of December 6th, I'm in the emergency room having a stroke. So that was my wake-up call. I did a lot of things to try to get healthier. I cut out sugar, cut out sodas, but I felt so deprived. I felt so miserable that I could not stick to any diet. I cannot go without something that I want to have, and that's a problem that a lot of people have with diets. Stacy, my wife, she found this product, Skinny Fiber, suggested that I used it, and I said, okay, I'll try it. And within a month, now I did not lose any weight the first month because I still ate a little bit more than I should, but within the first month, I felt so much better. A lot more energy, dancing around the house instead of walking around the house. I would rather stand than sit, things like that. In fact, my wife got on to me for being too perky. And then the second month is when the weight started coming off, and I felt so much better. The doctor wanted to know what I was doing. And it was just a few months after that that I was taken off of my diabetic medicine. It was under control just with diet. And I still didn't deprive myself. I no longer had the cravings for the real sweet stuff that I used to have. I still eat them, but not as much as I used to. I still do a lot of buffets that I shouldn't do, pizza buffets. But if you don't treat yourself once in a while, you're going to be miserable. No diet's going to work if you're miserable. You've got to be happy. You've got to feel good about yourself. And that's what Skinny Fiber allows me to do. And then Stacy decided that she wanted to get into selling it. Okay, I was a little skeptical. I said, well, okay, go ahead and try it. We'll just worry about if we just sell enough to pay for my own supply or our own supply, because she was taking it too, that'll be fine. And I was really shocked at how well it took off, how quick it took off. And we got to the point where I was able to retire from being an auto mechanic, and I'm able to spend more time with my family, with my daughter, and we're able to take more vacations because I'm not having to work. Skinny Fiber, you can take it on vacation. It's easy to do. And the rest is history. We've been able to buy so many more things than what we could before. I'm going to use it for life, even when I reach my goal, just because of the other benefits that I get from it. I'm going to keep using it. Now, you wanted me to discuss the issues we have with bloggers. We post mostly healthy recipes. Sometimes they're a little not so healthy, but we post recipes for people to share. That gets our word out, gets our information out. People come and join our support groups or come follow us on Facebook because of the recipes we post. Well, and they were right. We shouldn't use other people's work to try to make money. So we decided to come up with a way to everybody could make their own recipes, make their own pictures, and we could put them in a place that everybody could go to get that information without having to worry about copyright infringement or Facebook closing your account down, because it did get to be a real big problem. Um, and now it's just as smooth as can be. There are several people, and this goes back to what was said earlier about everyone in this company will help you. These are people that are in the company. These are fellow distributors. They will make a recipe, make a food item, take a beautiful picture of it, and post it for everyone to use, not just themselves. That's the way we share. That's how we work together. And it's also said that if you have any questions, whether you're on my team or not, I'm going to help you. If you have a question on the business side of it, if you have a question on how to do something on Facebook, everybody's going to be willing to help you. All you got to do is just post a question, and you'll have more responses than you could imagine. This is my first time doing a hangout, so I'm at a loss. I want to apologize for the big headphones. My laptop was giving a real bad echo when we were doing sound check before we opened up. Was there anything else, Chris, that you wanted me to discuss?
Well, you're doing just fine. I think I want to touch on. Stacy's over here in the chat. I don't know if you're watching. She's talking about that's her.
No, I haven't watched the chat. What is she saying about me?
Oh, you don't want to know. Don't look. Don't look. It's not good. But here's the thing. I want to really touch on what you talked about how skinny fiber made you feel, because we've not had a lot of men on the panel. My husband really didn't need to lose any weight. He started skinny fiber. He lost about 9 pounds. And to me, I didn't think he needed to lose it, but he felt like he did. But the benefits that he got from it was, one, he slept better. We've been together for 10 years. He's not slept well since he got out of the Army over 20 years ago, 22, 23 years ago. He started sleeping better when he got on skinny fiber. He stopped the diet or the Dr. Pepper and banana. He got these 44-ounce Dr. Pepper with banana stuff in it. It was just out of control. And he drank like
right.
4 more a day. And so I think from a man's standpoint, to hear a man say, I'm going to take skinny fiber for the rest of my life, it really is a testament to the product, because he'll take it for the rest of his life as a supplement. And that's what it really is. It's a weight loss supplement. And it does so much more. We've got, a lot of people don't understand the ingredients in it, weight loss ingredients, but I'm sure that really made a lot of difference in your life with the enzymes. Benefit through 7 digestive enzymes. You agree that it's so much more than just weight loss. We can't medically say, make medical claims, but I can say what it did for me. I was pre-diabetic. I had high blood pressure. It's gone.
Right.
Just like you had a stroke, and I think you were off medications.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. I went from having a diabetic stroke, to being off my medicine within a year and a half. So,
Yeah.
and it's because I did lose weight. And the doctors told me that if I lost weight, I wouldn't have to be on the medicine, and that helped. But as far as the feeling good, I cannot explain what I mean. Now, I tried other products, I did, and I'm not talking about the jittery caffeine feeling where you're bouncing off the walls. That's not what I'm talking about. I actually felt good. I did not realize I felt that bad before, because I don't know how to word it. It's just the natural energy. I'm happier. I'm more attentive. I sleep better, like your husband said. It's just things like that. But it's not a jittery. It's not a heart racing thing. It's just I feel like partying. I feel like going out and doing things now.
Yeah, that's what Sean said. He actually he thought, he said, I think about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, he kind of tapered off taking his skinny fiber, and then he came in one day and he said, man, I'm just so tired. I can't do anything. I just don't have any energy. And I said, I don't know if I said, well, are you taking your skinny fiber, or if he said, I've not been taking my skinny fiber. In 2 days of getting back on it, he started to feel better. It's like, okay, well, that was the issue. I'm going to start taking it again. So it really is a wonderful product, and it's like you said, it helped you to lose the weight. It was losing the weight that got you medically where you needed to be off the medication. But skin fiber, it helps so much. It helps cravings and control. It gets you to the point where you're more healthy, and it lines your pocket. It's income. If people that are out there and that are watching this hangout, get back to whoever invited you. On the bottom of your hangout, there's a little button that says "Join our team." Click that button, and it's going to take you right to who invited you on this hangout tonight. And they invited you because they cared about you. They invited you because, one, they want you to get healthy if you need to lose weight. Two, they invited you because they want to share this financial thing with you. You can join our company for as little as one bottle of Skinny Fiber, which is $59.95. And you pay a one-time fee of $10, and you're a distributor within the company. You can purchase our silver pack, which is buy two, get one free, or you can come in a gold pack. That's a buy three, get three. It's a fantastic opportunity. It's something that people just don't want to pass up because you're guaranteed to make money and you're guaranteed to have, if you work, let me put it that way, if you work, you're guaranteed to be successful within the company.
Oh, yeah, it's not a magic pill. You still got to do your part.
You got to do what you got to do. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I posted a picture of what I look like in the chat there.
I've seen that one.
And I have quit smoking, by the way, so don't anybody fuss at me about that. I quit smoking several years ago before my stroke. But as you can see, the first two pictures, I'm sitting down. That's the way I always was. I was sitting down all the time. Last picture there, I could have been sitting up on the wall, so I'm just leaning there. I would rather stand than sit now.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's been a blessing, and it's been fun to meet you too. I don't know if Stacy's told you, but we're going to Florida, so I think we're going to do a little meetup and do some roller coasters. That's the plan.
I'll be there. That's why I love roller coasters. Yes.
We're going to do a roller coaster plan. Hey, Pam, I think if you're back with us, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you go from here, and then I'll come back on. Thank you, Kyle.
This is why I say teamwork makes the dream work. I shouldn't say this, but I had popped my Skinny Fiber maybe about 25 minutes ago, and so I figured while you guys were talking, that'd be a good time for me to go eat. I told you guys, this is the Wild Wild West. So I'm like stuffing my face for a second because I'd like to try and get my dinner in before a certain time, so don't judge me, y'all. Okay. Listen, it was smelling so good here. My husband was sitting across from me eating, so I was like, I wonder if I could go grab something to eat real quick. So, Chris, thank you. I'm going to introduce my friend Tammy. Tammy and I actually go way, 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 way back. Tammy and I have been friends for, oh God, probably about 20 years. Our kids have grown up together. We actually knew each other. We were both in real estate and mortgage industry. That's how we actually met each other years ago. We lived around the corner from each other. So when I say we've known each other for years, we've known each other for years. We've worked together for years, and when she decided to get into this industry, she joined another business with me, and crazy thing was she got into that business and she started doing okay, and I won't get into a lot of detail about that, but I'll tell you she didn't really like some of the things that was going on. Right before I came over to Skinny Body Care, I just said, I like the people over here. I like what's going on. It feels like family. And, the thing about it is, like I said, 20-year friendship, and you can't work with a lot of people, especially your friends, especially family friends. It's really, really hard. And so Tammy and I have always had a good friendship, good relationship, and a good working relationship. And so for us to be able to work together, partner together, has always been just really easy flowing. So when she wasn't able to kind of make some things work over there, even though we were both making money, we just said, we got to do something that's going to work for us. This is long term for us. I knew like me, she was a heavy hitter in the real estate and mortgage industry, did very, very well, high six figures. And when it collapsed, she also lost a lot of things. And we were both looking for a way to kind of get ourselves back on financial footing. So I'm going to let Tammy kind of share her story because I'm kind of telling her business. So, Tammy, my dear friend, I can't even begin to tell you guys how excited I am to have Tammy on this panel for a lot of reasons. One, because she's a very good friend, probably one of the oldest friends that I have. And if anyone knows, these days, especially when you get in your 40s, I'll be 44 next month. Good grief. To be able to say you have a friend of 20 plus years is just rare these days because people work my nerves. Chris and I were talking about that earlier. If somebody can stay around me for more than 5 minutes besides my husband, God bless them. But Tammy and I have been friends, and we could go without talking to each other for a year and just pick up and be like, hey, girl. So, hey, girl.
Hey, girl. First of all, I like to say thank you. Thank you for not only inviting me to the Hangout, thank you for honoring me with being on the Hangout. It is a special honor for me to be here because that just tells me that I've worked hard enough to be here. It is hard work. Losing weight is hard work no matter who you are and what you do. You have that sense of, okay, it's so hard, I don't want to try it. I don't know if I want to do this. Maybe I want to be this size. Maybe this is the size I was meant to be. Pam knows that I have multiple sclerosis, and with having MS, I was diagnosed back in 2003. With having MS, I go on and off of steroids a lot. I go on steroids, I gain a lot of weight, and I talk to my doctor about losing weight. You know, what kind of pill do you have to help me? You help me gain the weight. What can you do to help me lose it? And when I told him that just recently, a couple months ago, it was, you know, I don't have anything for you. You're going to have to do it the hard way. And I thought, okay, man. And then I started talking to Pam about Skinny Body. Of course, we was in this other business together. Started talking about Pam about Skinny Body, seeing that it was working for her. I actually joined the group, put in my measurements, put in my weight, and put in my goal that I wanted to hit in 90 days. But then didn't really get started on it. Thought, okay, well, right now I'm still working on some things. You know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. One of the biggest things that I say about weight loss or anything in life is the biggest thing is starting. Starting is your biggest thing. Once you get started, it's so much easier. So decided that this is what I'm going to do in order to make it happen because I have that I'm going to do it, you know, but okay, maybe I'll start tomorrow because today I had some chips. Then tomorrow comes and I'll start the next day because today I want to eat such and such. Went ahead and posted it on Facebook, on my page to make me accountable, saying that, okay, it's time, you know, I've gained a lot of weight over the last couple of months, you know, on and off steroids. And at the time I'm working from home, so I was here snacking. I'm not going to lie about it. I was snacking. I was eating what I wanted to eat when I wanted to eat, and also used that, you know, prednisone steroid as a crutch to say this is why I'm gaining weight. But honestly knew that I was gaining weight and it was more than the steroids. It had a lot to do with me and what I was eating. But then Pam posted her before and during pictures, what I like to call it, because he wasn't at the end of her 90 days. That before and during picture, and it was amazing to me. It was amazing enough, like I said, for me to go ahead and say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it today. I called her and let her know. I went ahead and joined. I ordered my pills. I'm excited. I'm waiting for them to get here. And, of course, the pills, you know, as you're going and waiting on the pills to get here, I'm going to eat this because as soon as my pills get here, I'm going to start, you know, and I won't be able to eat this anymore. So I probably gained another 5 pounds just waiting on my pills to get here for a couple of days. But after they got here and I started taking them, didn't change anything on my diet, didn't change anything with my activity, didn't start exercising. I started taking my pills, like they said, 2 times a day, 2 pills 2 times a day. And what happened for me is at the end of 2 weeks, I lost 7.5 pounds. And 7.5 pounds, I thought, man, I haven't done anything. Excuse me, that's my dog. I hadn't done anything. You know, for me, it's 7.5 pounds, and I'd done absolutely nothing. Still ate the same things, pretty much. You know, still did all the same things. How good can it be if I involve myself and start walking? Walking is simple. Walking is something everybody can do. So I got up one morning and said, okay, this is the morning I'm going to start walking. I posted it on Facebook, still being accountable because I like to be accountable. Posted on Facebook, I'm going to start walking because I see the 7.5-pound loss. Let me see if I start walking, what can I do with it? Well, my first picture came at exactly 30 days. My before and during picture came at the first 30 days, and it was only because it was time. Because Pam was telling me, you need to post a picture. You need to post a picture. So I thought, okay, she did a before and after picture. Let me do a before and during picture. Put those pictures together, and it was amazing. Not just to me. I put it together, and what I saw in my face was amazing to me. I posted that picture, and I had so many comments, and the biggest comment and the most heartfelt comment actually came from my 13-year-old daughter that lives in the house with me. And her comment was, "Mama, I see it." Before, it's hard. They say it takes 30 days for you to notice, 60 days for your friends and family to notice. Well, it was 30 days, and none of us noticed. I didn't even really notice. But once that picture was posted, it's like, okay, man, now I really see what this is doing to me, and all I'm doing is walking. So now what it's going to do if I start, changing the way I eat? So, of course, with our group, I started posting more recipes, started eating cleaner, 17.5 pounds, and I'm going to say 17.5 pounds, and that was as of a week and a half ago. Don't know exactly what it is now, but at 17.5 pounds and 40, it was actually 46 days. 46 days was when I took that picture for my before and during. And at 17.5 pounds for 46 days, that's very good when all I did was take my pills. I took my Skinny Body. Now, I did walk, and I'm going to say I added that to it, but what would it have been if I did not just took the pills? I still would have lost weight because that first 7.5 pounds was cool, and I didn't do anything. So I was happy to be involved. And, of course, once you get involved and people start noticing, people start asking and commenting and want to know, well, what are you doing? And it was, I'm taking Skinny Body. I'm saying, what else are you doing? You got to be doing something else. It's like, well, I'm walking. I walk every morning with my 2 grandchildren that are 7 and 3. And how you go to a park and walk with your grandchildren, that's 7 and 3, I walk them along with me. I said, well, if I walk 2 miles, they walk 1, because I end up walking in front of them, turning around and walking back to meet them. But like I said, as I started showing my picture and different people started seeing me, it was, how do I get some of that? What is Skinny Fiber? Tell me some more about it. Where can I get it? And like another person said, I had some at home. I had 2 still here at home, sold those 2. And then immediately after that, I had someone that wanted to, get the 3 because they wanted to go ahead and try it. And I want to try my 3 just in case they don't have it later. It's like, well, we'll still have some more, but, here's your 90-day supply. And your next thing is 2 days later, I had someone else that wanted a 90-day supply. And it's like, okay, well, not only am I losing the weight, I'm actually starting to make some money at it. So this is starting to feel pretty good. So I think I'm going to be involved in for a long time because like I said, one of the things that Skinny Fiber is going to help me do, that with having our weight loss groups, is to keep me accountable. So I do feel like it's a lifetime for me. I can say my skin is clear. I was listening to some other people talk. I can say I don't have diabetes. Thank God. I probably would never get it now because of Skinny Fiber and keeping, taking it. But it's removing toxins from my skin. I notice my skin is a lot clearer. Drinking a lot more water, being able to eat the smallest amount. My sister was talking about having a weight loss surgery, and I'm talking to her like, you don't want to do that. There's so much involved with the surgery. As the more I started to take my Skinny Fiber, I told her, you might as well take Skinny Fiber. It's a surgery in a bottle. It does the same thing. What it does when you have that surgery is going to take it, you're going to take your stomach, they're going to cut it down to a certain size so you can't eat with so much. Well, hey, without the cutting, I'm getting the same exact thing. I am getting my Skinny Fiber that's cutting down what I can eat, is going in there, and it's filling up my stomach so I can only eat a small amount. I'm not hungry because I still eat what I want to eat. I'm not hungry. I can only eat so much. Last night we had pork chop, and my husband asked me, could he have a piece? Can he have a piece of my pork chop? And I was like, no, I'm going to eat this whole thing. He said, yeah, I know I'm going to get some at the end. I know you're going to have some left. I know I'm going to eat this whole thing. Well, a couple seconds later, I just handed him the plate. I'm done. I can't eat anymore. Skinny Fiber has been able to give me, like I said, be able to make me where I can eat what I want and still be able to have that control, knowing that I'm only going to eat a certain amount. And I'm still going to lose weight because I'm still going to stay with Skinny Fiber. I'm still going to lose the weight. So I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying the people that are making comments. I'm enjoying talking about it, letting them know about Skinny Fiber and how natural it is and all the different elements that it can help you with your health. And it is not just about weight loss, that it is about being more healthy, and that's what I want. I don't just want to lose the weight. I want to be more healthy for a lifetime style. I want that lifestyle change, and this is the change that I have, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm grateful that Pam introduced me to it. I'm so happy to be a member of Skinny Body, and I just know that it's going to take me somewhere. As far as income, I didn't get in it to really make money in the beginning. I didn't get in it to make money. I got in it because I really needed to lose the weight, and if money came with it, then it would be a wonderful thing for me, and that's exactly what happened.
Tammy, here's the crazy thing. I didn't want to, share any information about, what was going on with your health, but I remember back, we were working together when you got diagnosed with MS, and I know that throughout the years, because it's been a journey for you. I know that you and I have both had dealt with some health issues and been on the steroids and all that other stuff, and so the weight loss has been something that's been a constant issue for us, and not really being able to do a lot of strenuous exercises and all of that other stuff. And I remember when I was talking to you and I said, this is something that you can do as a business. And I remember initially you were just like, I just need to lose weight. And I said, but this can actually hold you accountable. And I'm very willing to be transparent. It was a motivating factor for me for both. One, because I had just gotten fat, period. I had spent a couple years really focusing on building my business, and in the process I gained about 50 pounds. It happens. I work from home. And I had become a big fan of what I call yoga pants and t-shirts. And yoga pants and t-shirts are very deceiving because they allow your butt to spray it without you knowing that it's happening. And my, he was then my fiance, who is now my husband, I wore every t-shirt in his drawer. So he would come in the house and say, hey, what's that? And I go, I don't know how that happened. So when I couldn't fit my shirts, I'd just throw one of his on. And mentally you would know that you can't fit your stuff. But somewhere in my head, I was like fooling myself that I wasn't gaining the weight. And it wasn't until, because, yoga pants can stretch. You can stretch a medium. Let me tell y'all, you can stretch a medium pair of yoga pants out of size and make it work for up into a size 16. How do I know? Let me just tell you, it works. So you could take a medium pair of yoga pants, if they're a decent brand, and make them work for a size 16. I found out. So needless to say, I had no clue how much I weighed until it just got out of hand. But in the meanwhile, crazy things were happening to my body because I have some spinal issues and some other health problems. I was putting all of this additional stress on my body. And the same thing with Tammy. She and I had talked when this was going, as I was getting introduced to Skinny Body Care, and we were talking about all of that additional stress. Tammy and I are both short. I wear a lot of heels, or over the years I wore a lot of heels, and I'll share that story later about how I thought for years I was 5'7", and I'm really only 5'4". But so we're both short, and when you pack a lot of weight on, over 200 pounds on a 5'4" frame, it's just not good. It does a lot to your body, especially when you have health problems. And we were both kind of sharing that about, when, especially for Tammy, it started affecting her nervous system, where she would lose her voice. She would have this problem, that problem. And I was starting to tell her, I said, this weight is coming off. I said, the crazy thing about it, Tammy, I said, if you get into this company and do it as a business, I said, unlike anything I've ever done before, I said, the reason I'm most interested in doing this is because it holds me accountable. I said, and I think if you do it too, it'll hold your butt accountable too. So y'all got to remember, this is a 20+ year friend, so I can talk to her unlike maybe I talk to y'all. Well, I talk to y'all the same anyway. But I said it will hold your butt accountable, and I said you won't be able to yo-yo back and forth, because here's the thing. Once you make a commitment to help other people and show them how to get healthy, you can't backslide. You can't tell people, hey, listen, I'm going to help you get healthy, but I'm going to keep eating like I have no sense, and I'm not going to take the product. You have to be a product of the product. That's what we love so much about our community, is that we're here to help people, but you have to first start off by being helping yourself. And lo and behold, Tammy got on the product. When I say she wasn't thinking about trying to promote the product, she really was, and I would call her because I knew that she would be great at promoting this product, and Tammy would straight out ignore me, literally would ignore me. Then next thing you know, she's losing weight, she's losing weight, she's losing weight. And then all of a sudden, last week, she messages me, and she had posted this one picture, and then she says, I think it was on the 3rd of the month, and she said, I just sold 24 bottles since the 1st of the month. And so I looked down on the calendar, and we were on the Hangout, and I said, it's the 3rd. So I looked at it again, and I said, well, maybe she meant 2. And I said 24, and she said, yeah, 24. I said, that's in 3 days. But we always talk a lot about, what ends up happening. And here's what happened. She didn't focus on trying to get into sales. She didn't focus on trying to convince anybody. As you hear, what she did was she wanted to come in here and lose weight. That was her focus. Her focus was on getting herself healthy. And along the way, she didn't even want to share a picture. I had to literally say, Tammy, take a picture of yourself. Show people what's happening. And when she did that and she started a little support group, all of a sudden, when she posted that picture, 24 bottles sold. So here's what I'm saying to you guys, and the reason I wanted to point that out is because if you're thinking about whether or not you can do this business, if you're thinking about whether or not this product is going to work for you, here's someone who had no intentions on, I won't say she didn't have any intentions on doing the program as a business, because down the road she was going to do it because I was going to just like bug her to death. But that wasn't where her heart was at. Her heart was in, how can I lose weight, and then maybe I can help people. But when she started getting results, 17 pounds in, not even 17 pounds, because at that point it was probably more like about 12. Her results spoke for themselves. And as soon as you shared it, what happened, Tammy? Like 2-3 days?
I started talking to the point that I told my husband last night I had my tablet and my phone, and I'm clicking on both. I mean, I'm talking from Instagram, and I'm like, well, this is one is Instagram. Over here is Twitter. I'm having people contact me so quickly that I'm trying to, text on one phone, one on my tablet. I'm trying to, type back what's going on and what is Skinny Body and where can you find Skinny Fiber. And on my phone, I'm trying to do the same. I'm saying this is all just from a picture. I haven't done anything else. I did make some flyers, but I haven't had a chance to get those out yet. So that is just from posting on Facebook. That is just from posting pictures, because my thing was I am and wanted to be a product of the product. I wanted to see if it worked. Got my mom involved after she seen that I was losing weight. She got involved. My daughter wants to get involved. My younger daughter, my 13-year-old, she's already involved, and she's lost some weight. We don't know how much, but she's actually lost some weight. You can definitely tell, and she's 13. Once I seen that it was a product that teenagers could use, and I could say she was a little chunky to me. Even though she was 12 at the time, she was 12, getting ready to turn 13. It's like, well, you can lose some weight. Don't you want to go back to school and be a little slimmer? And I tell you what, I bought her school clothes for the 7th grade, the beginning of the 7th grade school year. Bought her some clothes that she couldn't wear. Instead of saying, Mom, I can't wear the clothes, so take them back, she hung them in the closet. Well, when I asked her about them, she said she couldn't wear them. And it was too late for me to take them back and either exchange or get the money back. I tell you what, my daughter wore a pair of those pants to school yesterday. She's able to wear those clothes that she couldn't wear before. And she's taking a Skinny Body too. And it's more of, when someone asks you what you're doing, Sybil, you're losing weight, you tell them, I'm taking Skinny Fiber. And that way they know this is actually working. Not just for me, but for her too. And she's, like I said, she just turned 13. Yeah, so it's actually working for my family. So, it's going to be a family thing for us.
Yeah, and since then, I have to say that Tammy is now selling the product, probably selling more of the product than she ever anticipated, and growing her business. And the crazy thing, folks, is that, you know, and we've had several hangouts at this point where you're hearing the same thing over and over again. That one, you have to be a product of the product. Everyone on this panel tonight, everyone, myself, Chris, every single person on this panel has used a product and is still using the product and is getting results. No, so we're not telling you to do something that we're not doing. We're telling you to use something that we're using and that's changing our lives, and that's still continuing to change our lives. I know for I can speak for me and for Tammy and for Chris, we're still transitioning. You know, we're still losing weight. You know, I'm honestly not in this huge race to, you know, get to a certain weight, because I'm just enjoying the process, and I'm showing people that this is a lifestyle. You know, it's a lifestyle change, and it's a lifestyle business. And that's what I love so much about this product, is that you can actually have your success story, and even though it's called skinny fiber, you know, what's skinny to you could mean a size 14, or it could mean, you know, a men's size 36 in the waist. So it's all about you feeling good and looking good, and most importantly, it's about getting healthy, and that's the type of results we see. We can't make medical claims, but some of the stories I hear from people are incredible. Things like, you know, blood pressure going down, their cholesterol levels being lowered, people who had diabetes who are no longer having to take insulin. Now, can I make those claims? Absolutely not. Is it happening for them? That's what they say. I can tell you that I have some health issues that I'm dealing with. My energy level is up when I'm taking my skinny fiber. I went off of it for a few weeks while we were on vacation and doing some traveling, and my fatigue level was just really, really it was very high. My fatigue level was very high, and I realized as soon as I got back on, I started feeling a lot more energetic. I broke out really, really bad when I went back on it, and it was just my body getting rid of all of those toxins again. You know, you just don't realize how much waste is in your system until you get on this product. I mean, you really don't. When my husband went on it the first day, I probably shouldn't say this, but he just, you know, said he had to pee a lot. So it was just, you know, this thing really cleanses your system, and it's just because of everything that's in this product. It's just really, really amazing. And I don't want to go into that too much, but I'm going to, Tammy, one thing that I do want to say to you is that, one, you look amazing. Your skin is literally glowing. I mean, it really, really is.
I'm still in, you know, I'm still in progress. So when you said what people want what is skinny to them, I think I'm gonna be here for a while. I can't wait to the end. And I keep posting that on Facebook. I can't wait to see what I look like at the end of my 90 days. I'm right at 60 days. No, I'm 50 something days in. I can't wait to see what I look like at my 90-day mark. But I know when I get to 90 days, I will be doing another 90 days to help me get to where I actually want to be. But it's gonna come. It's coming along so well. It's coming along so well.
Yeah, and you know what I love the most about this product is that the emphasis is not on this quick, you know, got to drop 50 pounds in 90 days. It's about really showing people how to eat better, and, you know, how to have this lifestyle where, again, I'm like Nicole said, you know, if you want to have that burger that day or you want to have some donuts, have it. But, you know, it teaches you to have it in moderation. And I mean, she literally did post that where she was like, I can't eat this whole burger. Or if you want to have that it allows you to have some of it, but you're not, you know, you're not going off on the deep end and doing that on a regular basis, because realistically it prevents you from doing it. That's the really cool thing about it, is it allows you to have it occasionally, but you're not going to go on the deep end. So guys, if you're looking at this company for the first time, if you're considering, you know, does this stuff work, one, and two, can I make money with this program? The answer is yes and yes. As you can see from everyone here on this panel, the weight loss is fantastic. We have people who have been with the company for years. who have lost tremendous amount of weight, 100 pounds, 100 plus pounds, and who are making tremendous amounts of money. If it's your goal to make an extra $500 a month, you can do it with Skinny Body Care. If your goal is to make an extra $5,000 a month, you can definitely do that as well. And if your goal is to make $50,000 a month, guess what? You can still do that too. We have a dynamic company where we have two products, Ageless and Skinny Fiber, and you can take your life, your business to a whole nother level, just showing people how they can look better and feel better with these two products. There's not a zillion products like there are with some other companies, and I use both of the products. My skin, I was getting a whole bunch of little wrinkles here. Like I said, I'll be 44 next month, and I was starting to get a lot of little wrinkles here. I slather that stuff on my face, like all in here, all in here. I like bathe in it. And so I put that stuff all over my face, and I actually started putting it here. This is a scar that I had from my surgery, from my spinal surgery, and it's been lightening up. So, you know, when I say the stuff works, I mean, look at all this. I think I'm looking like I'm about 35 now. When it says ageless, I've been rolling back the age. So definitely the products work. So you guys are thinking about a company, whether or not you want to be part of something, this is the company for you. Products work. Get started tonight. Click on the link. Get started tonight, or get back in touch with the person who put you on here. Chris, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. I think before I introduce our last panelist, thank you, Robert, for being so patient. I'm going to do a little shameless plug here on an event that I am having here in Indiana. We have Vicki Ayers Benson and I, a very good friend of mine. She's not on my team. We're not in any downline together. We don't make any money off of each other, but we work very well together. We're getting ready to have our third event here. We've had two in Indianapolis. This one is actually going to be in Kokomo, Indiana, which is about 45, 50 miles north of Indianapolis. So she's going to post a flyer here in a minute about it up in the chat room. So if anybody is within 3, 4, 5 hours, come on down and see us. It is September 20th. It'll be an all-day thing. It starts at 12 o'clock. It'll go to 4 or 5. We'll have an opportunity meeting. So if you want to send your prospects, you know, post this on your page. We will get them signed up with you. You know, we'll make sure that they're fired up, they're excited, and they join your team. So come and see us. It's September 20th. It's on a Saturday. She just posted the flyer. If you have any questions, you can ask Vicki or I. You can get a ticket. We'd love to have you come down. We'll have distributor training. It's just going to be a nice Super Saturday event. And here's the thing. You know, I know that some of the big dogs are on here. I think I saw Tim messaging. You know, if I can get 100 people, if I can get 75 to 100 people, I'm going to get some of those big dogs to come down and talk at our event. So come on down, buy tickets, see us. It'll be a great day. So now that I've done my little commercial, I'm going to introduce Robert to Robert Redin. He has been in with the company for some time. I know it's been well over a year. He's been in, I think, since I've been in. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. But I had the pleasure of meeting Robert in Las Vegas. I think I've seen him in the groups. He does wonderful videos. He's always incredibly helpful, always upbeat. I think we were walking down Fremont Street, and I looked at him and I'm like, Robert? He's like, oh yeah, I don't even know if he really recognized who I was, but I was like, hey, this is Chris. And then we hung out. You know, we hung out. We ended up going to dinner. We just had a fantastic time. I think we danced a little bit out there on Fremont Street. So without any further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Robert, let him kind of share a little bit about his experience with the company. He's had a great weight loss story. So, Robert, go ahead and take off with it.
Great. I was just posting my before and after photo in chat, so if anybody wants to see my progress. I actually didn't have that much to lose, but I didn't like where I was at. I mean, I'm 5'8", and I was pushing 185, 90, 190 pounds. I was fluffy. That's what I call it, because I wasn't like really bad overweight. I didn't like looking at myself in the mirror. So I was actually looking for work because I was in Las Vegas at the time, and I had worked for this company and they ended up closing. I worked for another company and they ended up closing. and I was just basically looking for a job, and I was on Craigslist, and I saw the opportunity video that was posted in Craigslist, in the Help Wanted section, actually. So I went ahead and filled out the form. I actually made a Gmail account. I didn't have Gmail at the time. I made Gmail just so that I'd have an email account that they didn't know about, so that if I got a bunch of spam, I didn't have to worry about it, because I didn't want to, get a bunch of junk mail and get hit hard. And I've been in network marketing before, so I actually created that Gmail account, and then I filled out the form with that email account, and I took the tour, and I looked at the product. I knew I needed to lose weight. The video actually showed about the product, and I'm like, well, if the product works, which I doubt that it will, because I tried tons of other products, then maybe I'll consider promoting it and I can make some money, since I'm having a hard time finding work. So when I took the free tour, I started getting the little emails on that account, and I checked up every day on that email account, and started taking the product. August 11th is when I bought the product, 2011. So it's been over 3 years now, Chris. And then I took the product, and I didn't tell anybody about it. Didn't tell friends, didn't tell family, didn't post about it, didn't do advertising or anything. I wanted to make sure the product was going to work first. And it wasn't until late November, after I lost about 10 pounds in 2 months, almost 2 months. I lost 10 pounds. I'm like, so this really works. And I had friends asking, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're losing weight. So I started telling them. They bought some product from me. And then I also started advertising, like on Craigslist. And, there's a email marketing type thing that I learned about, and I started doing that. And I started getting distributors and just working from there. By the end of the year, after my 90 days, I think it was early December, I had lost 90 pounds, and that's the picture that I posted there. I've lost a total of 30 pounds now, and I just keep promoting the product now. I even now, at first I promoted it to people I really didn't know unless they asked me, and then now I tell everybody about it. Like, oh, you got to be taking this. You got to be taking this. I even give family members bottles. I give my mom a bottle. I give my aunt a bottle. They just love it. And then I get people buying the product from me, losing weight. I have a customer. I'm a big Star Trek geek, big time. I actually go to the convention every year in August, usually. This year I didn't go because we were having the Skinny Body Care the following week, the business meeting that we had, and it was either go to the Star Trek convention or go to the Skinny Body Care convention. I'm going to the Skinny Body Care convention instead. So I did that this year instead of going to the Star Trek convention. But I have a friend that she goes to the convention too. She doesn't go every year, but we met there, and she's been a customer of mine for a couple of years now, and she had wanted to lose weight. So she hit me up on a private message because I kept posting about Skinny Fiber, and she asked, well, you saw my before and afters. Yeah, but Photoshop and everything. And I said, well, you saw me at the convention. And she says, yeah, true. And I said, well, now look at the new picture. And I actually got on the camera doing something like a hangout, but it wasn't a hangout. But they didn't even have Google Hangouts then. And I did a little model thing where I stood up and I turned around and put my Star Trek costume on and showed her what I look like in it now. And she's all, oh my gosh, it does work. So she ordered some. She actually orders the buy 3, get 3 pack every 6 months. So she's been a loyal customer for, I think, a year and a half, going on 2 years. In fact, she's in the UK. She's going to come back, and she says she has to order some more. So she's going to do that as soon as she gets back. Let's see what else. Yeah, so actually Skinny Fiber worked really well for me. And like I said, I started promoting it. What else should I mention, Pam?
I have a question for you. Well, Chris and I don't script these things out, so it's just like whatever comes to our head, we just start running in our mouths. But I have a question for you. You said you were fluffy. You know, we women, we have a tendency to, you know, say that men don't care about how they look as much as women, but I beg to differ. Men are just as vain, and I happen to be married to a man who, they say women take a long time to shop. It's not true. Men are worse to shop for than women. Oh, yes, I see you over there, Kyle. Yes, they are. And so, but so when you said you were fluffy, was it, you know, was because I'm like looking at your picture, and you know, I could see like there was some little belly there, but was, you know, there was some health reason? Was it just like aesthetic, or, you know, kind of chime in on that, because a lot of, you know, a lot of men look at this product, and like Chris said, you know, we don't get a lot of chance to get men on the panel. I don't know why, but we don't. So when you guys get on here, you guys are, you can't get off. So when you get on, you know, we're gonna keep you on here. But
Oh, that's great.
like, what was your motivation? You know, was it just that you needed to lose a few pounds, or was it just, you know, clothes didn't fit, or kind of what was your thought? Because they think men, you know, men don't want to use the pink bottle. I just beg to differ. What works works.
Yeah, exactly. Well, some guys, I'll say the typical guy may not always care. There's a joke that I've seen where the woman's looking in the mirror and she looks nice, and she sees her reflection in the mirror, and it's somebody that's bigger and that she doesn't like, and the guy's looking in the mirror and he's got the bigger belly and everything like that, and his reflection that he sees is a muscle-bound guy, you know. That's kind of how some guys see it. I'm not your typical regular sports watching kind of guy. So yeah, I tend to care more about my aesthetic looks. I think I wish I had a washboard stomach, although I can't do exercises. Certain exercises like squats, I could only go down so far. I can't touch my toes. I have scoliosis in the spine. So I have a curvature of the spine that doesn't allow me to do crunches, a lot of your traditional exercises. No, that's another thing I didn't even mention. I don't exercise. The 30 pounds that I lost is eating the same foods that I used to eat. I still eat McDonald's. In fact, I keep my cups, and then I put my water in my cups, because these are the large cups, and this is perfect. I took my skinny fiber earlier, and I got like a third left of my water, and that's how I measure how much water I have before I eat. And so I have enough water after I take my skinny fiber. Let's see, I got sidetracked a little bit. Yeah, I wanted to look more fit, feel more attractive to myself. It's not like I get out of the house much. Where I live, there's a grocery store and some other stuff down the road from me, not too far. But other than that, if I really want to, like, if I want to go to a mall, I have to really travel. So a couple different bus lines if I want to take the bus. If the cars are here, the family cars are here, then I can take that. Oh yeah, that's another. Let's be a little candid. When I got started with skinny fiber, like I had mentioned, I was in Las Vegas when I took the tour. And after not finding work for several months and my savings account running out almost, I actually had to call mom and dad. I had to move back home. And I was, what, I think 44 at the time. That was pretty embarrassing. It's still kind of embarrassing mentioning it right now. But I'm actually proud of what I'm doing. It's allowed me to take the time and build this business. I know that it works because I've made more money than what it takes for me to buy a bottle and stay active every month. Plus, be able to travel to Vegas. I mean, I've made money enough to go to Vegas, stay out there, go to the meeting and stuff like that. So on the business side, that's definitely a plus. And I'm not used to doing so unstructured. I didn't script anything out.
That's okay. That you know what? That's okay. I'll jump in while everyone is kind of getting reorganized because everybody's been getting booted off the Hangout. You know, the good thing, and we were talking about this earlier before. The good thing about, and I think you just said not being scripted. The reason why we kind of do these kind of off the cuff is because we want people to know that they're real. These are real people. We have different people on the panel every week. Chris and I have different people on the panel, and the reason why we do it this way, where we don't ask set questions and there's no agenda set up, is because we want it to be real. We want people to understand that these are real people, real lives being changed, and that we ask questions based upon your response, and so we're going to ask you something based upon how you reply to it and how you respond to it. And so, in a perfect world, we would have the same results, we would make the same amount of money, but this is not a perfect world. Cal had diabetes, Tammy had MS, that's not statistically possible. The whole, if we just deal with people in a certain city, you may not find 10 people with the same situation. So, you want to mix things up and not be able to get people on here who are going to expect the normal. So it's okay if everything is not perfect. We had a hangout. I tell this story all the time because I want you guys to understand that, we're just real people. I did a hangout training literally one day where the sound was off for about 15 minutes, and I was just running my mouth, and people were texting me trying to tell me that the sound was off, and I had no clue, and I just kept running my mouth. We just kind of laugh it off. So we're not here to be perfect. We're here to change lives. That's really what it's all about, and that starts from Ben Galinsky on down, from Tim Miller on down to me. I'm just here to be part of the vision, and you're part of the vision, Robert. And the thing about being a visionary is that it's not all perfect. We go with the flow, and that's what we're doing tonight. So I appreciate you being part of this hangout, sharing your story, sharing with us, because now we've got this cool new thing that we're going to be doing. But we're going to be putting lost 28 pounds, and now that I've put that, now I feel like I got to up my game, because now next week it's got to at least say lost 29. So next week I got to at least lose 1 more pound, so that every week it's not still saying 28 pounds, because then people are going to be like, well, on the video she was on last week, didn't you just say she was lost 28 pounds? I mean, she ain't lost no more weight. So y'all, now that y'all see that and I've pointed that out, y'all going to be looking. So
that's something else I wanted to mention real quick.
Yeah.
How you're doing the hangouts here. For the business side, if somebody's looking at the opportunity, they want to make some extra money and lose some weight. The biggest thing that really drawed me to Skinny Body Care, other than that there's no breakage, because the company that I was with, once they get to a certain level, they pass you by and they deal directly with the company. And then you can lose that income if you don't maintain a certain volume, all that funky stuff. But Skinny Body Care didn't have breakage. But the tools, I used to pay so much buying cassette tapes and kits to leave with people, and sample products and all this other stuff. All the tools here are free. There are some other third-party tools that we can buy if we want to. But for the most part, everything that we need is right here. The websites and the hangouts and the webinars and the calls, there's already the leaders in the industry that are doing all this stuff. All you have to do is tell people about it and get them there, and that's one of the great things about Skinny Body Care, is there's so much help. And if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a lot of stuff, you post on Facebook, and when somebody takes a tour, you can invite them to the webinars, the calls. And now we got these great, there's the mastermind on Tuesdays, and the success stories that we're doing tonight. And these are free resources that you could put in your information, give them your link, and they can click those little buttons down at the bottom, and they can either find out more information, or they can go in and buy some product, or join the team, right there from there, and they're going to join you. So this is a free resource that I think is awesome. Thank you, Pam, for putting this together. And thanks, Chris, for actually coming in and helping out and making things a little more fluid. But that's something, if you're considering the business, all the resources, we have the safe Facebook group that's going to help you and all the support. And if you're considering the product, most of us have weight loss support groups. So I think all of us do now. And they can help you out there. So just taking the product alone, you can get support for free there. Back at you, Ken.
Thank you. And you know what? I always say this when, I don't, it's my, when I say it's my absolute pleasure and it's my privilege, it really, really is. I feel like this is a big family, and, I feel like I'm the aunt who brings the potato salad to the family, and everybody just loves my potato salad. So that's what I feel like. I feel like, I'm just doing my part, and that's really what it feels like to me. I love doing this. I love hanging out with you guys, and it's a blessing to me to be a blessing to you guys, if that makes sense, if that's the best way. I just feel like I'm hanging out with a bunch of friends. When we got to Vegas, it was just like a big family reunion, and, like Tim, who's become a great friend of mine, John, Desiree, I mean, we've just, Chris, we've just become friends. So when we get on the Hangouts, when I say they're unscripted, you guys have become a secondary family to me. And so when we get a chance to share this information with other people and tell them that, listen, not only can you change your life and get healthy, but, we can also impact people's lives financially. Because people, listen, let's just be real. Let's talk. Okay, we're friends, right?
Yep.
People are hurting financially. People are hurting. I can tell you, because I was in the mortgage and real estate industry for 17 years, and I was doing very well, very, very, very well. I was one of the top. I owned a company. Tammy was doing very, very well, and we both lost everything to a point where I lost my home. I had $500,000 plus home out in a very prestigious area in the suburbs, and that I had custom built, lost it. A bunch of rental properties, lost it. I couldn't even pay attention, let alone pay my bills. And to go from being able, earning high six-figure income for 15 plus years to get into a point where you can't even pay your car note, it's devastating. And, there are a lot of people who the economy took down. And I absolutely have no problem on this Hangout saying that, yeah, I did get into this also as a business opportunity. I have no shame in saying that. But what I love about it is that it fulfills so many different needs for me on a personal level, because, one, I can take care of me, meaning I have some health issues. I wanted to get healthy, and it's going to allow me to do that. On a secondary level, it's going to allow me to help people, because at my core, that's what I love doing. I love helping people. And so that allows me to take care of that need as well. But at the same thing, I have to be totally honest. I can't take care of anybody unless I can't take care of me. So you can't take care of other people and help other people unless you help self first. So you can't go out and be, the person who's saying, let me give to the world, and meanwhile your world is crumbling. So you have to be able to take care of your family, and that means that you have to be able to feed yourself, be able to clothe yourself, and have a roof over your head. Well, the reality is, Skinny Body Care is allowing me to do all of that and then some. So that's what I love about this business, and the fact that you've got people who feel more like family than even some of my family. Man, that just makes it all the better. And that is the truth. So that's what I love about this company, and truthfully, that's why I look forward to doing these Hangouts, because you can't get that from just looking on the website. You get that from talking to people like Chris and like Hal and Nicole and Tammy and yourself, Robert. You get that because you guys share your story, and it doesn't matter if you fumble over your words. Your words are not supposed to be perfect. You're not an actor. You're not getting on here reading a script. We didn't want you to, and we didn't ask you to. We wanted you to share your experience, your story, and your story is real and it's raw. And that means that it's not going to come out perfect, because you're a normal person just like me. We stutter, we talk, we mess things up, but we're speaking from our hearts, and that's what people want to hear. They want to hear, well, who is this person? How did it impact his life? And truthfully, if you had sit here and said everything perfectly, I wouldn't have believed you. I believe people who are real. I believe people who share that they've had struggles. I believe people that tell me that I've tried every other thing and this is why this finally worked for me. So you can believe someone that's willing to be transparent with you. What I don't believe is people that try and make out like their entire world is perfect and then all of a sudden they skipped into this program and started making $1 million and then lost 50 pounds in 2 days. That's what you normally see on marketing. That's not what we do here at Skinny Body Care. We tell the truth, and that's why we have this panel where no question is off limits and nothing is scripted. So that's why we do it that way. If we did it any other way, it wouldn't be what we're about. That's why we call it stories of success. Real people having real success stories, making money, enjoying life, and losing weight. So we keep it real, people. So
yep, I love keeping it real.
Yeah, we keep it real. It's real raw here. We're getting a little late here, but one thing we always do before we wrap up. Chris, are you still with us? I know you got booted off a couple times. I'm going to start down here with Kyle. We do this thing at the end of each hangout where we kind of ask you, if someone's on the fence and they're thinking about whether or not they should get involved with this company, what advice would you give them? So Kyle, let's start with you. What would be your best advice that you would give someone who's thinking about getting started tonight and they're still on the fence? What would you tell them?
Are they waiting for somebody to kick them in the rear? It's an excellent guarantee. If you buy a single bottle, there's 30 days. You got 30 days to find out, hey, if this makes you feel better, if this is going to do anything. If it doesn't, send it back. No questions asked. You're done. You're out of here. But we don't have that many returns. Very, very few returns. So just try it. You have nothing at all to lose, nothing to risk, and everything to gain. The guarantee is there. I don't know what else you could say.
Very true, and it's actually less than a 1% return rate. Is that pretty accurate? 1% return rate.
Yep.
Yeah. So agree 100%. Thank you so much, Kyle. Nicole, do we have you here? Are you live with us? Woo! You're driving. I know you're picking up your son.
No.
We won't hold you up too long. Can we hear you?
Yes, I'm here. I know I'm a little dark, but I'm here.
You don't have a mic on, honey.
Oh.
I hear her fine.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. I can't hear it. It's something weird on this end. What would you be your best piece of advice?
It's great. Now, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay. The best advice that I could give or share is, don't be afraid to, I guess, try something new. A lot of people have a lot of questions. They want to know, well, how soon will I start losing weight? People are accustomed to quick fixes. And this is not the type of product that will give you a quick fix. And again, people's bodies are different, but they're losing weight, they're earning money, and it takes time. It takes patience. You learn about yourself. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned about what true patience is and how diligent you have to be in building a business and transparent and helping other people, because this is what this industry, this company, Skinny Body Care, is about. It's about helping people change their lifestyle financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and these are just the things that I've just experienced within the past few months. And if anyone is hesitant, continue to be hesitant, but at least try it and see what will happen, and you will see results. It may not be the results that you're expecting, but at least try it. So far, I haven't gotten any complaints. And the least you can do is just say, well, I tried it, and so far, and I can honestly say that you won't be disappointed. So that's all I have.
Okay, Pam, go ahead.
I have no clue what you said, but thank you. It's something weird about this hangout. We did an entire this plug-in. We did an entire hangout with James Davis and Chris. I could not even hear what he said. Just weird. Weird. Okay. Robert, let's go to you. Let me see. Okay, Robert, your best advice. What would you tell someone who's on the fence thinking about getting started? What advice would you give to them?
Okay, well, for just the product, if they want to try just skinny fiber, uh, there's a 90-day money-back guarantee. When I started, it was only 30 days. Less than a 1% return rate, because it works. So if you're just going to try the product, get back with the person that you're talking to. You can actually click the link at the bottom to join our team, and then when you go in there, instead of it automatically puts you become a distributor. Just go to the next tab to the right. It says order now, and then down below under account types, change that to customer, and you can just try it out as a customer. So that's how you can just right away you can order from the person that sent you here. And try the product. There's a 90-day money-back guarantee. I always suggest at least the buy two, get one free, because you're going to save some money. And you can send it back if it doesn't work, even if the bottles are empty. They'll still give you your money back because there's a 90-day return. And that's the best package because it really takes about a good 90 days to see something, after 30 days, to see something happening. And I think that's why they changed the money-back guarantee to 90 days. But then for that, that's great. If you're thinking about being a distributor, go ahead and sign up. It's only a one-time $10 fee. And I'll tell you what, you get a training bonus for attending a training. We have like trainings like this on the Hangouts. We have webinars. Every month we have a special call with the CEO and owner for that. Plus we also have Dale Calvert, a world-renowned trainer that does on the first Saturday of the month. He does training webinars for us, and then we also have our weekly trainings too. So you join up, you do the training, and you'll get $8 back. So you spent $10 to become a distributor, and the product is returnable. So your only risk is $2. I mean, what? That's a soda and a vending machine. And that's another good point I want to point out. If you break it down, if you buy the one bottle by itself, it's $60. That's $2 a day for better health. If you give up, let's say if you get the $1 soda and a $1 bag of chips every day, if you give that up every day for a month, there's your bottle of skin fiber. That's simple. And I know more people snack on those vending machine snacks, and they get expensive. So if you give up just $2 in snacks a day, you can get a bottle. So definitely, it's worth it. You'll be happy in thanking the person. In fact, that's one of the things I enjoy most is when somebody orders skinny fiber or gets started with the business, and they come back to me and say, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing this with me, because now I feel so much better. I've lost this much weight." It brings me closer to my friends that actually order from me. So it's definitely worth it.
Thank you so much, Robert. And one thing we didn't mention, and I was just looking on the page real quick before I go to Tammy, is for those of you guys who are on our Dream Team Hangout page, if you hadn't noticed, there's this like really cool, sexy looking Camaro on the right side of the page. Here's the thing, you can actually get started as a rep with Skinny Body Care and have a chance to win that car. All you have to do is get started and refer 3 people, sign up 3 people who want to do the 90-day challenge with you. Just as Robert just said, one-time fee of $10, and your name will be put into a drawing to win that car for free. Yeah, you're free. So let me tell you, I saw that car in person. It is sexy. It is really sexy, really, really sexy. And I keep using the word sexy because it really is. It's sleek. I hadn't looked at a Camaro before, but a free Camaro is sexy all day long. So any car that you don't have to pay for, it's a $47,000 car, leather interior. It's got everything, and you have the ability to win that car because once you sign up 3 people, and everyone knows 3 people who need to lose weight. Everyone. And once you sign up 3 people, your name goes into a free drawing for the car, which means that you have just as much of a chance as anyone else. So if you sign up 6 people, and this is going on until November, so you have a lot of time to get multiple drawings or multiple opportunities to win this car. But you sign up 6 people, then you have 2 chances. 9 people, you have 3 chances. So take a really good look at this car. I just wanted to bring that up because I was on the page a second ago, and I said, you know, we never mentioned that. We didn't mention that last week, but someone's going to win that car. I don't want to say it, but I'm actually going to win it, but I want y'all to get a chance to win it too. But it's a beautiful car. We saw that car. How? Really? But it's a beautiful car. Someone's going to win that car in our company, and truthfully, everyone's got an opportunity to win it. It's not, you know, there's no guarantee it's going to be me or anyone on this panel, but everyone has an equal opportunity. All you have to do is click on the link below, get started tonight, and introduce 3 people to this business, and you have a shot of winning too. So, Tammy, let me go over to you. Anyone who's on, taking a look at this right now, and they're wondering, should I do this, should I not? I mean, obviously, they know now they can win a car. I just want to put that out there. But what would you say to them if they were still on the fence? What advice would you give them?
The first thing is to just start, because you never know where you're going to be if you don't just start. You have to start somewhere. We all start somewhere, so just start. And if you're still on the fence, look at our pictures. Our pictures are out there. Pictures are one of those things that you can believe in. They're out there to show everyone that we're able to do this. And if we're able to do it, so can you. We're able to trust in the product. If you don't trust in the product because you don't know of the product, then look at us. Look at what the product has done for us. So if you're on that fence and this is something you should do for the money, then you hear that we're making money from Skinny Fiber. If you're here because you want to lose weight, give it a try. You will see for yourself. If you just give it a try and don't change anything, don't change anything about your diet. Give it a try to see if you lose weight, and then if you a different yourself and start walking or adding a little, it will take you a long way. But like my thing is, what I always say is you have to start. So the biggest thing is to start. Just start.
Yeah, getting started is the key. And like with Tammy got started because she wants to lose weight, and almost 2 months later, now she has a growing business. So again, if you're on the fence, go ahead and click on the link below. It looks like we lost Chris. She just sent me a message and told me that she got booted out again. So it's getting a little late here. We try and get these done in an hour and a half, and but we don't have a time schedule on them because we just kind of let them go however they're going to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you guys ever have any questions, we have a wonderful team. Anyone on our team is willing to help you, willing to answer any questions that you have, and willing to help you not only with your weight loss but with your business. So again, get back in touch with the person who sent you to this hangout tonight. Tell them that you want more information, or simply click on the link and get started tonight. Great opportunity, great business, great group of people for you to partner with, because when I say Skinny Body Care is a family, we really, really, truly are. Thanks so much for watching tonight. We'll see you guys again next Wednesday with another Skinny Body Stories of Success. And then on next Tuesday, we also have our Millionaire Mentoring Sessions, where we have one of the top leaders in Skinny Body Care doing some coaching and training sessions. If you missed the one from last night with my sponsor, John, you have to check it out. And the link, I'll post it in our team training group, and you can get it from the person who put you on this event. Thanks, guys. Have a great night, and thank all of you guys on the panel for just sharing your hearts and for sharing your stories. We appreciate all of you. Guys, have a great night. We'll see you soon. Bye.